I just got back from driving down a dark, windy, busy country road. And those four things, they're like my worst nightmare. So it's day 39 of a year facing fear. And something that I've been trying to conquer is the fear that I get, sort of that fear response when I'm driving either around a concrete barrier, on the freeway, in the dark, windy roads. Anytime that I'm driving and I feel like I don't have that sense of control, I get really, really scared. So I was just dropping Angel's friend off back at home, and she lives in Eltham, which technically isn't really country, but the roads are, it's very hilly, the roads are really windy, and it was dark, and I was petrified. And there's nothing worse, I don't know if I was facing my fear or if I'm just bloody stupid, but there's nothing worse when you're a parent. And I didn't have a choice, I had to take her home. But there's nothing worse when you're a parent and you're driving somewhere and you're friggin' scared and you've got your kid in the car. And, my whole face, my whole body was on fire, and I just felt absolutely wired. And I felt as though I was gripping on for my dear life. And I'm driving and I'm breathing in and slowly breathing out and trying to remind myself that I am actually okay, but my whole body was just seizing up, and I didn't feel safe. And I don't know, I know it comes from that really bad accident that I had when I was 18. So now it's whenever I feel like I'm not in control, that I'm petrified. And it's probably good timing. I'm starting EMDR therapy, so eye movement desensitization next week to deal with different types of trauma and fear response and PTSD, and this is one of them. And so I'm really hoping, if any of you had any experience with EMDR therapy for to deal with the trauma from a car accident and phobias around driving or fear around driving, please let me know. I'm crossing all of my bits that it's going to work, because you don't want to be scared when you're driving. And I've tried everything, and perhaps this was worse because I wasn't listening to a podcast. I had, kids in the car. And so all of that perhaps heightened that emotional response. And I felt like, we know that when we're scared, the prefrontal cortex sometimes goes bye-bye. And so that rational part of our brain, that thinking part of our brain that knows that we're okay, sometimes just whoo. And for me, that was the case. I was very much in fight or flight. My whole body was just reacting. And as much as I could try and rationalize I'm okay, and doing the physiological sigh, so the deep breath in and top up and then slow breath out, at the end of the day, until the second I got back into the garage, I was petrified. So it's something to keep working on. I am definitely not over this fear yet. I feel as though I'm going to be dealing with this fear for the rest of my life. Can you relate to that, or is it just me? If you have any fears that you feel as though you're going to be working on for a long time, or maybe it's just something small that you're working on, send me a DM, leave a comment below, follow along, subscribe, join their Facebook group. Can't even speak now. See, my brain is fried. A year facing fear. And until next time, my dear friends, if we haven't met, I'm Katya. I'm a connection behavior and body language specialist and coach, and this is my year facing fear. Until next time, I believe in you. I see you. You have absolutely got this. And let's do this thing one fear at a time. Yes, it's hard. Yes, it's uncomfortable. But here's to just showing up